This is breaking news from RTV6, working for you.
Right now, that breaking news at Castleton Square Mall, where shots were fired inside the mall just a short time ago. RTV6's Cameron Riddle is live on scene gathering information. Cameron, tell us what you know so far.
Hey, Mark, good evening. So this is a developing and active scene right now here at Castleton Mall. Police say that at around 5:45, they got calls of a shots fired inside Castleton Square Mall, somewhere near JCPenney, again on the inside. As you can see on the outside here, there is the police tape up, as well as some of the yellow evidence markers that are out there on the ground. We are still trying to get more information about exactly what happened, but we have been told that at least one woman is in critical condition after being shot inside the mall. We also received a call in our newsroom from someone who was inside of the mall with their husband, saying that their husband, of course, is okay, but they heard at least 10 shots inside the mall near JCPenney. Again, that's from a witness who called into the RTV6 newsroom just moments ago. But again, at about 5:45 tonight, police are responding to a shots fired call inside of Castleton Square Mall near JCPenney, and so far we can tell you that one person is in critical condition. We will be here to get more details to find out exactly what has happened here as people just now start to go back to the mall after the coronavirus shut down. Reporting live tonight, I'm Cameron Riddle, RTV6.
Thanks, Cameron. And now in 7, city and states remain on different timetables for easing COVID-19 restrictions. While most of the state moves into stage 4 on Friday, Marion County will remain in stage 3 for at least another week. Today, Indianapolis Mayor Joe Hogsett and Marion County Public Health Director Dr. Virginia Kane said they are taking the precaution to wait an extra week before moving into the next stage.
The mayor says the city will keep current limits in place until June 19th, while a new statewide order will allow movie theaters and bars to reopen and a greater number of customers at restaurants and retail stores starting tomorrow. Dr. Kane said Marion County's cautious steps forward have paid off. She cited a significant decline in cases in Marion County between April 1st and June 3rd. But Mayor Hogsett reminds everyone now is not the time to slack off on our personal responsibilities.
Residents are still strongly encouraged to utilize face coverings and practice social distancing in their daily life.
Indianapolis has been easing restrictions more slowly than most of the state, citing a higher concentration of COVID-19 infections and the city's greater population density. Here are some more details of the city's Phase 4 plan. Employees can return to work at office buildings at full capacity starting on June 19th. Gyms and fitness centers can reopen at 100% capacity. Daycares, summer camps, and other programs can open with social distancing guidelines. Public gatherings can include up to 250 people.
Now to the latest on the toll the pandemic is taking on Hoosier lives. The State Department of Health says 2,198 people in Indiana have died from COVID-19. More than 38,000 have been diagnosed with the virus, and more than 320,000 people have been tested. Kevin.
Well, what a day. Humidity down, sunshine, and a breeze out of the west with the temperature still under control, around 80 degrees. That west wind will calm down just a bit tonight, becoming mostly clear. So any of the cumulus clouds that popped up through the afternoon will reverse themselves and disappear tonight. There's the wind. It gusted at about 20 to 30 miles per hour in the afternoon. It calms down after sunset, 82 in Lafayette, 81 in Columbus. Indy's at 79. Through the morning hours tomorrow, a steady climb from around 60 to 78 at 11 o'clock. Afternoon temperatures, they're warm tomorrow, but with lower humidity. We'll talk about what changes for the weekend coming up.
If you've driven past the City County building downtown this week, you may have noticed a blue tent set up across the street. That group is out there 24/7 helping people in our community. Our Alyssa Donovan explains.
The Indy Bail Project is fairly new in Indianapolis. The goal of the organization is to combat mass incarceration, one person at a time.
The group helps with bail funds for those who qualify, even text notifications about court dates, making a difference in the lives of more than 500 Hoosiers in the last year and a half. Since the protests began downtown, they set up outside the City County building, Their role focused on food, water, and transportation for protesters released after being charged and for other people in need in the area.
It was kind of the perfect opportunity to provide that, not only for people who are generally being released, but especially for people who are being arrested for protesting. A lot of people who are being arrested for protest-related charges are just being cited and released, so they're being processed through, and they're being released from the city-county building. So we kind of knew that they would be coming out of the city-county building and wanted to be here and ready to give them help with getting home, give them, food, water, whatever they may need.
Since setting up here at the corner of Market and Alabama Street, volunteers have assisted around 20 people with protest-related charges and an additional 400 people simply stopping by in need of some kind of support.
To learn more about the Indy Bail Project or to donate, you can visit our website, theindychannel.com. I'm Alyssa Donovan, RTV6.
A new report from the Indiana Chamber of Commerce shows the state lagging behind in competitiveness in a few areas compared to similar states. But the report also highlights the progress made in recent years. The results of the group's 2020 snapshot study compares Indiana to a few similar states, including North Carolina and Minnesota. Indiana got lower grades for educational preparedness, which impacts our overall workforce and health. A lack of preparedness for the workforce and less people earning degrees or certificates can lead to lower personal income, poorer health choices, and less entrepreneurs in our community. A county-by-county breakdown highlights a wide educational gap between the donut counties, which scored high in several categories, compared to low marks for more rural areas of our state. And while the study shows Indiana has a high rating for its attractive business climate, we fell short in areas like smoking, obesity, and infrastructure. So we spoke with the Chamber's president about what this study means and how we move the state forward as we rebound from this pandemic.
I think 2021 may be one of the most critical legislative sessions as we try to pivot and position ourselves to perhaps even leapfrog some of these other states as we come out of the pandemic.
Brenniger notes that Indiana has made significant progress in several areas since they started these economic evaluations back in 2000, including in recent years with our Roads and Next Level Jobs program. For a closer look at the full study, you can visit theindychannel.com.
One gym might need to exercise a little caution in the future after a sign posted outside sparked outrage and anger. That story coming up next.
A popular country group is changing its name. Why Lady Antebellum says they were motivated by the current racial conflicts in the United States.
RTV6 is working for you.
We're following breaking news right now. Shots fired inside Castleton Square Mall just a short time ago. A woman last listed in critical condition. We do have a crew on scene working to gather more information, and we'll have that for you as soon as we get it. As you can see there, police investigators are on scene outside of the mall. Again, at least one person, a woman, is in critical condition after the shooting inside Castleton Square Mall on Indy's northeast side. We'll keep you updated on this developing story. Insensitive and disturbing. That's what some people are calling an I Can't Breathe workout that was posted inside of a Wisconsin gym. This is the photo being shared on Reddit and other social media sites, prompting hundreds of angry comments. The original post indicated someone at an Anytime Fitness location in Wauwatosa created a sign for what they called the I Can't Breathe workout. It included a drawing of a man kneeling and a description of what the workout entailed at the bottom. It says, quote, "Don't you dare lay down." Well, this seems to allude to the death of George Floyd in Minnesota after a police officer kept his knee on Floyd's neck while the man lay on the ground, saying he couldn't breathe. One gym member invites the person who wrote that sign to call him and have a candid conversation.
Sometimes people don't really understand what's really going on here in the community. They might have thought like, okay, I'm gonna use this into a workout and try to put it together, but it's not that right now. It's just wrong timing.
The Anytime Fitness corporate office is apologizing. Its founders say that they were devastated to see the I Can't Breathe workout sign. They went on to say they're sharing this incident with all of their franchise owners worldwide as an example of what not to do and why it is offensive.
A major sign that public opinion on racial history is shifting in America. The country group Lady Antebellum is changing its name to Lady A. The band made the announcement today. They said they decided to drop antebellum from their name after realizing the word's association to slavery. Antebellum refers to the period of American history before the Civil War when slavery was still legal. The band members say they are embarrassed they didn't take the word's implications and considerations sooner. The change to Lady A comes amid a renewed national discourse on race following the police killing of George Floyd.
Protections have been in place to keep people from losing their homes during the COVID-19 pandemic, but those protections are soon to expire. Coming up, advice that might help you keep a roof over your head.
Temperatures will bounce around over the next several days. A cool weekend. You'll also see immediately in the 7-day forecast a pattern that develops coming up.
.com and make your home a drive-out home.
A flood of foreclosures and evictions. Experts believe that's what we'll likely see in the coming months as eviction moratoriums end.
So what can you do to protect yourself from an eviction or foreclosure during the recession? Chris Conti has some answers for you.
Sheltered in place, shielding her home from the virus.
It's my security and my family's protection during this.
Sherry Stanley is petrified her home is on the verge of being taken away.
So I feel nervous constantly.
After a bitter divorce, this 42-year-old fell behind on mortgage payments. Her foreclosure case is still being litigated in court. Sherry thought an eviction moratorium would protect her, but as the signs in her yard suggest, that was not the case.
I've been harassed this whole time. People showing up on my property.
A few weeks ago, a local realty company showed up and listed Sherry's home for auction, even though Massachusetts, where she lives, has halted foreclosures.
It makes it scarier because you don't feel settled and you can't depend on anybody because nobody's listening to the law.
Making matters worse, many housing courts are closed, meaning tenants don't have any recourse right now, as landlords and banks circumvent court orders in an effort to force tenants and homeowners out.
I'm nervous that somebody's going to take our home and we'll have nowhere to go right now during this pandemic, which the law is you can't kick anybody out right now. But with courts closed, I don't know what to do.
In an effort to keep renters informed, nonprofits like the Worcester Anti-Foreclosure Team are sending out flyers to let tenants know about their rights.
I think people are really scared.
Grace Ross oversees the group.
So if you could make those changes, I would appreciate it.
She's been inundated with calls from renters being harassed by landlords, even though the CARES Act has a hold on evictions for government-backed loans until July.
The most critical thing is to get information about your rights.
Currently, 26 states still have some kind of eviction protections in place. Many, though, will run out as soon as emergency declarations end. Grace Ross's advice, start working with your landlord or bank now.
It doesn't do a landlord any good to kick someone out and not be able to get a new person in.
I think they need to protect if they're going to tell people they're going to protect them.
A protection that many Americans are finding out they don't have. In Worcester, Massachusetts, I'm Chris Conti reporting.
If you feel you're being improperly evicted or foreclosed upon while such actions are supposed to be on hold, try reaching out to the State Attorney General's office and ask for the Consumer Protection Division.
The state's 24th Safe Haven Baby Box was unveiled in Kokomo today. It is located at Fire Station Number 1 on Superior Street. The boxes help a person to surrender a healthy newborn without fear of prosecution under Indiana's Safe Haven law. Kokomo Mayor Tyler Moore is proud to be living in a Safe Haven community.
I heard of the Safe Haven Baby Boxes a couple years ago at a conference and knew if I ever had the opportunity to bring that to our community that I would do everything possible. And with God giving me the ability and an opportunity to be mayor of Kokomo, I couldn't think of a better opportunity to do it.
In the last month, 2 infants have been safely surrendered using baby boxes in Allen and Kosciuszko counties. Another box will be installed in Batesville later this week. Kevin.
Well, this is unusual. You know the routine. Normally, I end the forecast with the 7-day outlook. I'm going to begin the forecast and end it with the 7-day outlook. Okay, you immediately see the trend. Over the next 7 days, what's missing? No real rain opportunities. Should be a dry stretch Temperatures are warm tomorrow. We're cooler Saturday through Monday, and then back warm again at the end of next week. Okay, we'll bring this back when we land the entire forecast. There are your flat clouds that build a little bit vertically. Those are my favorite clouds in the sky. Cumulus clouds, just true humility. They will fade away this evening as the sun gets lower on the horizon and we cool things off. They will dissolve. 83 in Terre Haute. Temperatures generally upper 70s to lower 80s, and with the low humidity, it feels great. The wind will calm a bit, generally 10 to 20 miles per hour, but that's where we've been. To say that's calm is an overstatement, but we had a 49 mile per hour gust yesterday. Earlier in the afternoon, gusts to 30. What awaits when you walk out the door tomorrow morning? Temperatures around 60. By noon, we're at 79. Afternoon temperatures will be warm, but again, modified by the fact that our humidity will be low. There's your trend right on into the weekend. Good for the farming community and any outdoor activities to have dry conditions. Temperatures during the afternoon tomorrow works their way close to the mid-80s. The wind not as strong, generally 10 to 15 miles per hour. There are temperatures throughout all of central Indiana, slightly above average. That sets us up for cooler temperatures over the weekend. There are your morning lows. Sunday and Monday, the most comfortable mornings in the lower 50s. Afternoon highs, 74 Saturday, simply sunny on Sunday after a few morning clouds. And then temperatures next week, as I mentioned, will be warmer than what we expect Saturday. There are Saturday's highs mid-70s in Indy, a little warmer to the south, and then we do it all over again on Sunday. We're back where we started. 7-day forecast by next week, the middle of next week. Temperatures are back into the middle to upper 80s. The humidity starts to climb just a little bit, but right now it looks like we still stay dry. Back with more news at 7 right after this.
1400 to find Stella Rosa wines near you.
WRTV is teaming up with Kroger and Second Helpings to get meals into the hands of those who are struggling to put food on the table during this pandemic. Starting Monday through June 21st, whenever you shop at select Central Indiana Kroger stores, you can round up your grocery bill or select a donation amount of your choice when you check out. That amount will go directly to Second Helpings. WRTV and the Scripps Howard Foundation will match up to $12,000 in donations. You can find out more at your Kroger store or at theindychannel.com/feedinghoosiers.
A new study shows working from home is saving people money in some areas, but costing them more overall. Creditcards.com surveyed 2,700 people, including many who started working at home during the pandemic. They found on average those workers were spending $108 more per month than when they were going into the office. They were saving on commuting costs, dining out, and childcare, but they were spending more on groceries and utilities. Despite the added costs, 82% of people said they'd like to continue working from home at least 2 days a week. 35% hope to stay remote full time.
And we've heard some of the recommendations for grade schools to reopen safely in the fall. Now we're learning more about what life could look like on college campuses. Several schools will try to get as much class time in as possible before flu season kicks in. Notre Dame and Tulane are among the big universities that will not bring students back after Thanksgiving. They'll finish the semester online before winter break officially starts. Several East Coast schools are also planning to offer weekend classes and not take a break on Labor Day.
You might feel like you're back in school the next time you fly with United Airlines. That's because you'll have to pass a test before you can board. United will require passengers answer a series of questions at check-in. They're all related to any possible exposure to the coronavirus. The checklist asks if you've had any symptoms or if you've had any contact with someone with a confirmed case of COVID-19 in the past 2 weeks. If you don't pass, you'll be given a prompt to rebook your trip. The CDC has said that flying might increase your exposure to the virus, mostly because it can be hard to social distance in airport lines.
Let it shine. Sunshine from start to finish tomorrow. We'll be quickly back in the 60s after starting at about 59 tomorrow morning. 79 at noon, 84 the afternoon high, but with low humidity and a nice breeze, it'll feel pretty good. Mark, Amanda.
Thanks for making RTV6 your choice for news. Our next newscast is tonight at 11. We'll see you then.